I'm appending this video to my signature so that in the event you go to Skype and wish to converse, you can see this video beforehand to give us a means of discussion regarding a very, very important point. And that is that Larry Bodine of Lawcom, which is a great legal consumer website, he said yesterday in a Spreecast video that persons that blog are ipso facto experts. In other words, they're experts by reason of the fact that they have chosen to blog about a subject matter in which they have become pretty much an expert over several decades and engaging in that profession or that area of endeavor, and therefore they blog about it to assist others in coming up to speed and increasing their learning curve, which is great. What he also said was that lawyers need to appreciate that whatever the noble means that they have engaged in for decades to drive traffic to their law firms, to get the calls coming in, that's fine, all well and good. But in today's electronic society, one of the chief points to bear in mind is that where the eyeballs go, that's where lawyers need to go. And persons' eyeballs are currently on social media. Therefore, lawyers absolutely have to have some type of social media presence on these social media websites. For instance, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, real presence. And Larry said that it needs to start with a blog. When you think about a blog involves a lot of documents, a lot of discussion about your particular subject matter, your particular expertise, and there are various means by which to garner that type of information that can be posted daily, at least 4 times a day, so that you increase the amount of visibility, the number of readers that go to your blog, because remember, they're coming to experts. Those are the people that blog. They're experts at something. And those individuals want to see a particular lawyer engaged in a certain specialty that they happen to need at that particular time. So they're going to follow that lawyer. They're going to follow his blog. And they're going to follow that blog right back to that lawyer's law firm. So that by inference, the reader is going to presume, well, if this individual lawyer is this much of an expert and has driven this much traffic to his blog, then it logically follows that the law firm has the same level of expertise. And that's a logical conclusion. And that's precisely the conclusion you want the reader to take away from the entire viewing and reading process. If lawyers don't have the time to do that, then what they usually do is acquire someone like myself who can draft individual blogs for their approval on a daily basis, or however frequently they want to review these items. But those lawyers that have known me for the past 44 years, and many of whom I have worked with, I have a pretty good idea as to their style, what they want to say and not say, because I've drafted pleadings for them, letters for them, documents for them over the decades. Hence, it's a fairly seamless process to acquire the drafts of documents, the draft of articles that they would want to provide to the reading community in terms of what their expertise is and their whole style about bringing that into publication. That is a facility that I handle now, because I have literally driven the Google Analytics to the top in terms of success with my own blog and that whole branding process. And that is precisely the procedure that and others who are pretty proficient at their own blogging and branding, uh, it's the logical extension to carry that forward and do it for others, particularly law firms that I've been acquainted with for the past 44 years. So if that's something that you're interested in, and according to Larry Dean, who has done this for decades, the blog is the first place to start in terms of getting your presence and your law firm's presence visible on social media where all the eyeballs are. And a website is fine, and that's what most of you already have. You have a website, but a website is static as opposed to a blog, which people read and people interact with and people engage with every day because there's new material of interest. There is an increase in their learning curve, not only about the subject matter, but about that law firm, about that lawyer. And that's precisely what you want, to drive traffic to your website in this electronic age and this electronic economy. So if that's something that you're interested in and would like to discuss that with me at length further, please don't hesitate to contact me at teachblade@gmail.com or at my office number, which is area code 661-822-1994. Okay, God bless, and talk to you real soon.